That paralysis you feel in the dark is the sound of a brain starving for friction. To break that fog, we are going to use a 7-step disruption protocol. You likely spend hours in a relentless loop, scrolling without seeing, working without processing, and sleeping without resting. The days blur into a continuous, numb disconnection from reality. Modern tools are engineered to remove every possible resistance. But when life becomes effortless, your brain stops doing the heavy lifting. The neural pathways responsible for focus and recall go dormant because they are never asked to work. Since modern life paves over every mental hurdle, rescuing your attention requires a deliberate choice. You have to introduce targeted neural disruption to shock the system back into an active state. Start with the physical body. Think about your morning routine. When you brush your teeth, your hand operates on a deeply ingrained unconscious loop. Try picking up that toothbrush with your non-dominant hand. By forcing the brain to bypass its default habit, you stimulate the formation of a new, branching neural pathway. You are manually overriding the autopilot. To see the current gap between your mind and body, try this. Make a peace sign with your right hand and an OK sign with your left. Now switch them. Attempting this 10 times in 20 seconds demands immediate active coordination. To push further, close your eyes and write your full name on a piece of paper. Removing visual inputs strips away your brain's primary crutch, forcing spatial memory to take over the work of guiding your hand. Breaking these physical routines establishes a baseline of awareness. It forces your mind and body to sync back up, preparing the brain for more cognitive tasks. With the body online, we can target raw processing. Most people have experienced reading an entire page of text only to realize they haven't absorbed a single word. That is a failure of active processing. Look at this image. The word red is written in blue ink. If you try to say the color of the ink out loud, blue, your brain must resolve the conflict between the visual color and the written word. This exercise disrupts lazy processing habits. To escalate that challenge, we use the Shalty table. This grid contains the numbers 1 through 36 scattered randomly. It functions as a stress test for your cognitive speed. Focus strictly on the center of the grid and locate each number in ascending order in under 40 seconds. Signing the numbers without moving your eyes trains your peripheral vision to capture more information at once. Repeatedly resolving this cognitive clash expands your active field of view. Over time, it tightens the link between initial perception and fast execution. Beyond isolated exercises, your focus is dictated by lifestyle choices. Daily behaviors either build your attention or quietly erode it. Consider how you spend your downtime. There is a measurable difference between the demands of chess or Sudoku and the repetitive tapping of mobile games designed for quick dopamine hits. Active puzzles require constant decision-making and recall, which maintains the structural integrity of your neural networks. Passive games offer the illusion of engagement while depleting your cognitive reserves. This depletion accelerates when we outsource basic thinking to devices. Relying on a calculator for simple math or a digital list for every task leads to memory atrophy. The final intervention is to reclaim self-reliance. Memorize your grocery lists. Learn your family's phone numbers by heart. Doing the math in your head forces the brain to maintain its own data. Choosing friction over technological convenience builds a defense against long-term cognitive decline. Implementing these structural shocks forces a shift in your perception. The sluggishness fades, replaced by a sharp, clear presence. Your brain begins to shift its baseline. Because you have trained it to navigate resistance, it starts to seek out hard work and deep focus rather than empty distractions. When you find yourself in that dark room again, remember that the mind adapts to the environment you create for it, including the one you are building right now. Escaping autopilot is a matter of consistent practice. You have the protocol. It is time to step out of the fog. Rewire.